So this has now been my third attempt at sitting down and filming this video, and not because it was like hard for me or like it was like too hard to get through. No, it's too fucking loud in this house all the time, and this is the first time that I'm home alone. So let's see if we can knock this out in half an hour. What is up, guys? It's Sophie. So like I just said, I've not really had much time to sit down and film a video. I've not found like a quiet spot to sit down and film a video. I'm in New York City now, and I also got my first dose of the COVID vaccine yesterday. I'm here for 2 weeks, but I really wanted the next video that I put up on my channel to be this one, because I've been sharing my life on YouTube for 6 years, and I've updated you guys on like practically everything that's going on with me, and it just felt weird having not shared this with you guys yet. So that's what we're gonna do. Do my arms look strong, or have I just been eating a lot? I don't know, I'm getting distracted. Okay. Oh, also the light's gonna be like fucking up and doing its thing throughout this video, but I'm just gonna pretend like it's not happening. Please also do the same. So if you clicked on this video at this point, you obviously know that I'm no longer going to med school, and not because I didn't get in, but because I dropped my pre-med track. If you are not like brand new to this channel, you have probably heard me mention my pre-med track once or twice on this channel, probably more than once or twice. And since December 2018, my passion for medicine and wanting to be a doctor and my pre-med track and my entire interest in medicine has taken up quite a big portion of my life up until recently. This was not a decision where it was like, I just decided this last week and then I'm finally deciding to make a video for you guys. No, this decision has already been made and in effect for quite some time. So that's also part of the reason why I felt weird having not shared this with you guys yet, because it almost felt like a secret, but it wasn't. I just like wasn't talking about it. Just a quick disclaimer, this in no way, shape, or form is going to be a why you shouldn't become a doctor video or any type of video discouraging you from going to med school. We need more doctors, we need more Black doctors, we need more female doctors. So if you are on a pre-med track and you're passionate about your pre-med track, please continue it. This video could not be more independent to me and my path and my life. However, if it is relatable to you in any way, or you're questioning your career path in any way, then maybe this might resonate with you. I don't know. If it does, great. If it doesn't, also cool. Okay, I've been talking for too long. Let's get started. So I don't think I've ever spoken publicly on this channel about why I chose medicine or why I even wanted to become a doctor. The only place I think I've ever spoken about that in depth was in my college essay, which if I still have that, I can link it down below, but I'm not gonna get into that in this video. But for context, this has been like something that I found true and genuine passion and interest in since the end of 2018. And I dedicated like my entire first year of college to that, and my entire first semester of sophomore year to that. And this was just like my plan. Like it was just something that I was going to do and something that I wanted to do. And if I'm being completely honest, I think my first red flag that things were not completely right was right after I finished my freshman year of college. Like, and I still at that point, I was like, bro, I know I'm still going to med school. I had finished my spring semester on dean's list. Like I was doing good. I met with my advisor. She was like, if you keep this shit up, she didn't say that. She was like, if you keep up where you are right now, start getting more serious about shadowing, stuff like that, like you are on your way to med school. So everything was looking good, but I still had a hunch that something was wrong. My grades were at an all-time high, but my mental health was at the lowest of fucking lows. And I know that when you finish a hard year of college, especially as a pre-med, like going into summer feels like a weight is taken off of your shoulders, like this overjoy and like this relief. But for me, it was different. For me, it was like not really like relief, but almost like I had escaped school. Like I had escaped being in that mental state and being in that environment. I don't know if I've even spoken about this on here, but like my freshman year of college also gave me testing anxiety, and I still have it now. Like that's great. I'm not even a pre-med anymore, but I still have testing anxiety. So it was more than relief for me. It was like, I don't want to do that shit again. Like I don't want to do that shit again. And I'm realizing now, like looking back, that I was experiencing that, but that was more of a subconscious feeling. Back at that time, I was very happy and relieved and overjoyed that it was summer and that I didn't have to do that anymore. But it didn't really register as a red flag because I was more so feeling proud of myself for the grades that I had finished the year with. I was just so happy that like my advisor had told me to my face that medical school is a real possibility. Like keep it up. So I was like, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna keep this shit up. Like, this is great. Sophomore year rolls around, we are completely online. I had like a pretty fulfilling summer 2020. Like, it was sad because of quarantine and also like that my PD wouldn't stop fucking killing black people. But personally, my mental health had like improved over that summer a little bit. So I'm going into sophomore year feeling great, like fresh start. I'm in my first ever college apartment. I just gotten out of a breakup. I was like, bitch, I'm feeling so good. And it was good for like the first month or so. And then that's when things started taking a turn for the worst again, except this time it was basically a repeat of what happened freshman year, of like my testing anxiety was coming back. My mental health was just at an all-time low. Like, I was studying all the fucking time, like all the time. That's truly the reason why I was so inconsistent that entire fall semester 2020, was because of how much I would study and just how busy I was and how much I would cherish just any moment of free time that I had. And it was paying off, but my mental health was also starting to decline. And I would say the only reason why this time around it was different was because we were completely online and I had a lot more time to think about, am I actually happy? Like, am I happy? Am I good? Am I doing okay? In school, yeah, I was chilling, like I was good. Personally, I was not chilling. And I was not good. So I just started thinking a lot heavier about, not necessarily about whether I was gonna quit my pre-med track or not. Like, that wasn't even part of the question. It was more so like, am I happy or not? Like, am I doing okay or not? And when I realized that I wasn't doing okay, I talk with my hands so much. And when I realized that I wasn't doing okay, what do I need to do to make sure that I'm not going down a path that's not gonna end well for me? So something immediately that was making me feel better all the fucking time for me was photography, was shooting people. Like, that was something that was just always making me feel better. YouTube, when I was able to dedicate my time to that, like, I loved doing YouTube over summer 2020. Like, that was so fulfilling and so exciting for me. So when I came back, I was like, when I have the time for YouTube, I love it and I'm so happy doing that. So that makes me happy. And then when I was actually able to dedicate myself to modeling, like, that also made me happy too. Those thoughts kind of marinated for as long as they did. And after some talks with my advisor, she then ended up encouraging me to go on a gap semester. And it was something that I agreed with too, because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna quit the pre-med track, but maybe I do need a break. Because again, like, I think the thing that was making it so hard for me to let go of my track was how, number one, how much time I had already dedicated to it, and then also the potential that I had to realistically apply to med school and get in. Because I feel like it would almost be different if my GPA was tanked and I was like out of options, but it wasn't a matter of like, I don't have the grades to go. It's just mentally, I'm not gonna make it. Like, I'm not gonna make it there. And then that's when I ended up announcing to you guys that I was taking a gap. I'm taking a gap semester. I am not returning to classes spring 2021. I will be coming back fall 2021. And now that entire time, I was thinking about my track and what I was gonna do, and the fact that I wasn't happy at all. And that's when I told you guys that I was gonna focus more on photography and YouTube and all of that stuff, which I did. Like, I've been working so much. I would say more in photography than YouTube. I got my own studio and I've just been shooting nonstop and just doing a bunch of things with that. And this is a topic for an entirely different video, but like, for YouTube, I definitely have had the time for YouTube, and I'm trying personally to dedicate myself more to YouTube. I would be lying if I said that anxiety is not making it really fucking crippling and scary for me to upload something because I feel like nobody's gonna like it or watch it. But that's not what this video is about. That's like totally a topic for a different day. But if I'm being completely honest as to why I have spent more time shooting other people than filming and uploading myself, that is why. So yeah, that's what I spent all of my gap semester doing. This is something that I didn't tell my advisor or my friends. I think I maybe told one friend, Susie. Y'all fucking know Susie, y'all know her. Even before I told her, I still had this hunch, but I think she was like the first friend that I told. I knew deep down that when I took the gap semester, I was gonna change my major. I knew, but it was like, it wasn't confirmed and I didn't wanna say it out loud because I was like, if I say it out loud, then I have to do it. But I knew, like deep down, it just, me personally, it was something that I knew I was gonna do, but it was like, let me feel out this gap semester and just kind of let it confirm itself And it did. That's exactly what it did. And that's why I'm able to upload this video, because that shit has already been decided and in effect for quite a while now. Because it's the end of my gap semester and it's summer now, and I'm excited about it, and hopefully you guys can be excited about it too. So yeah, my new major. After meetings with my advisor and checking in with her, she also had realized that what I was doing, photography and YouTube and photo and video editing and all of these things, just made me significantly happier than being a pre-med student did. She also kind of knew and had a hunch of like, maybe we should look in that direction. And photography and YouTube are fully my jobs and I make money from them, but I had never even considered going to school for them. Like that was always just like my hobby, and it luckily worked out and I was good enough at it to like also make money from it. But going to school for it was like, that was not even in the picture. That wasn't even something that I had considered ever doing. But after that one meeting with her, I was like, maybe we could do this. Like maybe this could be something that I could do. So now I am a film media arts major. I didn't know how to announce that. I didn't know if there was like anticipation for that, but that's what I'm doing now. First it started off as like photo, and then we kind of both were like, nah bro, I don't think that I could sit in an introductory to photography lecture. Like I will not do that. Or better yet, I don't think that I could make photography my major, because if I'm being genuinely honest, I think I would end up hating it if I made photography the bulk of what I studied. And she was like, yeah, that's fair, that makes sense. So that's why we ended up looking towards film. So it kind of was bridging the gap between like the fact that I am really into video editing and I'm really into filming for YouTube, and I'm also really into still portraiture, and film is something that I've never actually learned how to do, and studying that could make me better in all of my other mediums. So yeah, so after months of thinking about it, I finally decided on film, and honestly, I really could not be any more fucking excited about what I'm studying. So yeah, that's basically it. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. The only advice that I can give if you are heavily considering changing your major is that just because something ends doesn't make it a failure, and you should always prioritize what makes you the happiest. That's what I did. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I've been filming for way too long. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.